What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is
Not another damn podcast.
presented by our damn selves. Episode 250.
Wow.
250, yeah.
50.
So quarter to episode 1000. Yeah.
Right.
One way to look at it. One way to look at it. Been doing this stupid ass podcast for 250 episodes. That's wild. That's pretty wild. So how does it feel to reach the 250 mark? It just hit me right now that we at 250.
It feels good. It shows that, consistency. Stay the course, and things will pay off for you. You just gotta stay the course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I didn't even realize it was that till it was like 50. Oh shit. Okay. Wow. Just
dedication.
Sitting down and record. Yeah. So congrats to us. Yay. We're number one, as they say. Of course, this is the week that a lot of people, especially people our age, pretty much dread, is the beginning of daylight saving time. So we fall back. We spring ahead from falling back. Right. We fell back already. Now we're springing ahead. So you lose that hour. And I definitely feel it.
I do too.
I'm thinking it's an hour earlier. Every time I was like, damn, it's late as fuck.
The positive that I did Saturday, like we ran all of our errands on Saturday. Because Marcus was like, let's just run everything on Saturday because
you don't have to leave.
We lose an hour on Sunday. You might want to just be, and we just been in chill mode. Like we were just so in chill mode on Sunday.
This morning doing some errands, so yeah.
Yeah, we did ours on Saturday, so. Because I'm like, I'm not leaving the house.
It wasn't even really this morning because we lost the hours. Really this afternoon. It felt like it was the morning. So it was really,
I know you're looking like, dang, it's 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's already 3. Like, dang.
Let me get home. Shit.
Right. Like, what's going on?
Thinking it's like noon when it's really like 2. It's like, yeah, it throws you off that whole thing. Your whole day is just messed up after that. But springing ahead, that's where we at right now. I had pretty interesting activities this weekend. Well, what I did do when me and the lady went out to check out the Batman. Yeah, checked out the new Batman film. So yeah, I liked it. It was I'm a Batman fan though, so
was it more like the comic book or?
Here's the thing, it's like of course with it being a comic book movie, it's always gonna be like unbelievable shit in there, but I'll say it's probably the most realistic Batman movie. Like one felt as a Batman movie that could actually happen in our world. This is probably the closest to it. It felt realistic, but it still was some superhero-y shit in there, of course. Yeah.
Of course, because it's a comic book movie.
It's a movie, yeah. And
it's a movie for one, and then it's a comic book movie on top of that. So it's really a lot of that.
Like real life, but yeah, I would say it felt probably the most, as far as like scenarios that would happen and all of that. It felt okay. I get where they're going with it. And they had all your favorites were in there. Like Penguin was there, Riddler was there, Catwoman, of course, like played by the lovely Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz, who looks just like her mom. Looks just like Lisa.
She did her thing.
Okay.
Young Selena Kyle, shout out Zoe. Yeah.
I can see that. Another Black woman is Catwoman. I can see that.
Yeah, she'd be the third Black woman because, of course, the legendary late great Eartha Kitt was the first.
Yeah.
Allie, which less said about that, the better. And then we got Zoe. So
I think somebody voiced, like I can't remember, it was a Black voice actor who did the cartoon, who did like when they did like a cartoon version or something.
Was it on the animated series? I got to see who played Catwoman on the animated series. I don't remember.
Yeah, I gotta look and see that. But I know for a fact, like I said, those 3 definitely
filmed on camera. 3 that I just mentioned. The less said about the Halle Berry one is that sucked. But Zoe brought some fucking dignity back to the character. So I liked her portrayal. I'm like, okay, yeah. more believable, yeah, more realistic.
And her playing basketball and crossing people over. Like, what was that?
She have superpowers and that, like Catwoman got.
She was like crossing people.
I ain't no Catwoman got superpowers. That's all. Because most of the Batman villains like don't got superpowers. Most of the characters in Batman, they just like
just crazy
regular folks. It's like, with just a little edge to them. That's really like
whatchamacallit, like they always say, Harley Quinn, like she's just batshit crazy. Like Harley Quinn, she's just crazy. But you know, they're not like, hey, I was injected with the Captain America super serum and now I'm a Winter Soldier. It's nothing like that. It's like they're just like, I'm a dude who, like the Joker was like an evil clown.
Yeah, a Joker is really about mental illness to me. He's just a guy.
I have to watch that. I have to watch it.
He's really just lost his shit to me. That's that's the character. It's like a guy that just like lost his fucking mind. Like,
and then the Riddler is like, he's another. So what's the lesson here? It's like, let's accept let's be more kind to the people who are like a little socially awkward, who are a little bit different. Let's be nicer to them, where they could be the Riddler, Joker.
Especially this new Riddler.
Let's be a little nicer to them.
It's like I won't spoil the movie, but Riddler to this Batman was like Joker to the Dark Knight, so like Heath Ledger. It's like how he brought an edge to the character. That was Riddler was the edgy character in this one. It's like okay,
I'm interested.
Yeah, Riddler. He definitely was about.
You know, our mom is always going to say that whatchamacallit is like her favorite Riddler is Frank Gorshin. She always says Frank Gorshin. Nobody did it like him.
From the 60s.
Jim Carrey was a little too much. He was. Yeah. He felt like The Mask when he was doing his. I don't know. He was a little.
And I like the guy on Gotham that played him. He was pretty good. This the TV series from Fox that he was a good Riddler on there. I don't know if you ever watched that show, but
I never watched Gotham. I never did.
Yeah, I like the guy that played Riddler on that.
So the Riddler would be like Riddler be this Batman. Like he had some good riddles. Like, you know.
This Riddler was mad creepy.
As long as he wasn't like Jared Leto.
Jared Leto played the Riddler.
Jared Leto. No. I think he's been perfectly bad because after what he did to Joker, they're like, no, you're bad. You're bad.
He was like, yeah, we good. We
don't ever doing this.
Hilarious.
It's creepy as hell for no reason.
Then they had Jim Gordon, and then which in this version of Batman, Jim Gordon was played by a black man. So it was like switch things up a little bit here. So I was like, okay, it's cool to see a black Jim Gordon.
Okay.
Pretty cool. And then what else was they like all of your favorites which were there, like and then like
Alfred
I won't get a tease on the end. You know, they had a little tease at the end about
was Alfred there?
Alfred, of course.
Okay, if I say you gotta have Alfred, you can't have Batman without Alfred.
Right hand man, Alfred. Yeah.
Because I love Alfred. Alfred was that dude. Like, here's my thing I say about Alfred. Alfred is, if I keep like I could keep your secret was a person. That's Alfred. Alfred kept Alfred was 10 toes down. Alfred was like, everybody needs an Alfred in their life. Like, I keep all your secrets. Like, I could easily spill all your business and, you know, and have people up in here. But Alfred is like, nope, I'm not doing it. So Alfred was that dude. I liked him.
But yeah, I won't give spoilers, but yeah, I thought like my only if I had a negative to say about the movie, it was long as fuck.
I was gonna say, was it too long or
3 hours long? It's like that's my only thing. I probably would have cut like probably an hour out of that movie. Like other than
that seems to be the trend now with superheroes.
I don't know why movies when did that become a thing? Just like movies being so long. Like what happened to the good
Marvel movies be like 3 hours,
90 minutes, and then 2 hours was considered a long movie back in the day. What happened to those days?
I think that you could tell a compelling story in here's my thing. I think about 105 to 110 minutes. You could tell a compelling story. A little less than 2 hours. You could tell something. You could tell a compelling story because you want it to be like. I hate movies that where they set a good foundation in the beginning, then they just jump a whole bunch of stuff, and then by the time it's near the middle, going towards the end, after the clock, you're like. Wait, how do we get to this point? You have to be able to follow the stages, step 1, step 2, you got to be able to follow the whole follow that. But some people be doing too much in their movies, or it's be a lot of stuff going on at the same time. And then you're just what?
But
Okay, like so who's the bad guy? Like who's like it just be too much going on.
But I think I'm about to go old school on you now. I think the transition from VHS is when movies just originally started getting long. But back in the day, a movie had to be under 2 hours to get it on tape.
The VHS tape,
yeah. Like the standard play, yeah, which is like what your the movies you buy already record. What do they call them? So, the ones already, not the ones you record yourself, like the ones you buy already on tape. Yeah.
Right.
They were recorded in standard, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which is like 2 hours. Yeah. Of course, like when you record your own, so you can change the setting, you get like up to 6 hours, even 8 hours.
Up to 6 hours on I remember up to 6 hours on a lot of tapes.
I think EP was like the long one with the 6 hours. Mm-hmm. But well, standard play was 2 hours per tape. So that's why movies had to be. Otherwise, we'd have 2 tapes. And we all remember the 2 tape movies from back in the day. Yeah, ones that Casino is like movies that went over to a second cassette. I think both
Titanic, the whole second tape.
1 and 2, I think both went to a second tape. I want to say
Titanic, the whole second tape was just basically
dying. Yeah.
Dying. That's what the second tape was. They're like the first tape was the lead. The second tape was just the iceberg came and everybody was just dying. The second tape on Titanic. Oh, whatchamacallit was a 2 tape. Malcolm X was a 2 tape.
Malcolm X, because those were all over 2 hours. Yeah. Those movies.
We're naming movies that were
Malcolm X Part 1, Malcolm X Part 2.
Okay, Part 2.
It was a sequel to Malcolm X. No, it's one movie. It's just so long they had to put it on.
We're old enough to remember because Malcolm X was like 3 hours and 30 minutes or something.
About like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours and 30, something like that.
You know, it was about 3 hours long as well too. Mm-hmm. So like that's why you had to have that. But back then, like if you wanted to get it all on one tape, the movie had to be under 2 hours long. Now that we're in streaming, the movie can be like 4 hours. It doesn't matter. There's no time limit to these movies now because we don't put them on tape anymore. And I think even DVD, you still would have to get it like within a certain frame. Like I think even DVD is because like they didn't hold like infinite, like unless it was an MP. What's it? Was it an MP3 DVD? I forget. Yeah, I forget what the ones where you could put a lot of shit on, but like a standard DVD, even you couldn't get like a lot of it on. It was. I think it was over 2 hours, but it wasn't like with streaming. It's just like because it could just be infinite. Yeah, that was a 6 hour movie. Now it's like you got to worry about tape and nothing like that.
Like this. Mm-hmm. Watching it now.
Mm-hmm. But that's my thing. Like if it shortened it like a little bit,
like 40 minutes maybe.
But I enjoyed the movie. It was just long. Especially.
I wonder if I'm gonna get to see it in the theater. I might just have to wait till it comes to.
I feel like getting out because, and especially now that you kind of can go out again.
Yeah. Okay, like just try to arrange to get around. Like my arrangement to go out has to like be done like a month in advance. So I gotta plan ahead. So.
It's like, yeah, let's check out the Batman because long time Batman fan here. So
I know the animated series is streaming on HBO Max.
I've been watching.
FYI for our listeners.
It used to be free on Amazon, and then like by the time I discovered it, it was like it doesn't stay. It was leaving. Yeah, like they don't have stuff on there forever. So it was. So I got to watch 4 episodes. And then it left, like put it behind the up. Like, still watch, but you got to buy the whole season now.
So I remember when I saw that on Amazon, it was like, the season was like $28. I was like, yeah, no. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not buying it.
Or you can rent the episode for like $5 each, like something like that. Like
yeah, it's like, we're $4.99 per episode. No, pass.
But now it's like, so I picked it up from episode 5, like where I left off.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get on it.
You see, I'm not even a Superman fan, but I had to wear some DC since I watched Batman. I don't have the bat symbol, so yeah, I just wore that. So it was
Batman.
Even though I like Marvel is better, but Batman is the one DC property that's dope. Yeah, I wish they could do a trade. Batman. I would love to see a Batman part of the MCU. I would love to see a trade, like send the characters that nobody like you can send the Fantastic Four and some of the Avengers nobody cares about. Like you can send them like I would say like I would just put a few Marvel characters that are untouchables. The rest, I'll say you can have all of them for Batman. With these, like, oh, of course, like Spider-Man is off limits.
Iron Man,
X-Men, I would keep.
Black Panther.
Black Panther has become like the Iron Man and Captain America and Hulk. Anybody else you can have. That's the ones I would.
Doctor Strange, he could get Doctor Strange. What's the call? I thought I was going to suck, but I love his portrayal. I like Ant-Man because Paul Rudd just kicked ass as Ant-Man.
I probably would give up Ant-Man, but
Paul Rudd was just, he kicked ass as Ant-Man. Paul Rudd was just too good.
I'd give up Ant-Man for Batman.
Ant-Man for Batman.
I'll throw all of them in. The Guardians, you could have all of them. All the Guardians. Throw them all in for Batman because just Batman is, like I said, one of, if not my favorite, like comic book series. Like the character overall is like Spider-Man is up there, but this Batman just hits different for me, I guess.
And had the cool gadgets too, because he was a regular guy and he's just like, I'm a vigilante, I'm gonna fight crime. Like,
that's the thing. People say Batman doesn't have a superpower, but Batman to me has the best superpower. He's rich. That's his super. And in our world, that's a superpower.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
That's a superpower in our world.
basically he's Elon Musk. Basically, Batman's Elon Musk. Basically,
he's fucking.
What does Elon Musk do at night? He might be Batman.
Elon Musk walking around talking like this at night.
I'm Batman. So he has the best superpower. Like you said, he's rich, so that's the best superpower.
Well, yeah, that'd be a cool one. Who's your favorite superhero character? I'm claiming Batman. I like Batman.
Who's my favorite?
Like Spidey's dope.
Probably Spider-Man might be mine because I like his. It's like
Spidey's up there with me, but I think
he was like an awkward kid
and a little better than Spider-Man, but Spidey is dead. They might be 1A and 1B, one like that.
Spider-Man for me because he's just so likable. Like he's just like a regular kid who gets bit by a spider. And then I liked all the different like I like Peter Porker. I liked
the Spider-Verse, yeah.
The Spider-Verse. Like I liked all the different people in the Spider-Verse.
I used to read that when I was a kid, Peter Porker, the Spider-Ham.
Yeah. I remember you had the Peter Porker.
Those came out like when I was like Ari, like maybe a little older than Ari's when those comics came out, Spider-Ham comics. So like I was those, but recommend the Batman, like the Ozman represent Batman. And I just like the Batman, the villains, like they got the dopest villains. Like Spider-Man got dope villains too. That's another thing, like because your hero gotta have rivals. Yeah,
I have a nemesis.
You can't have a hero with no good villains. It's like gotta have rivals and shit.
And nemesis can't be someone who sucks. It can't be like
like Spider-Man had Doc Ock. He had Green Goblin. Venom. He had good villains.
Venom was probably my favorite. I love Venom.
Venom came like when I was like my era, like 80s. That's
like in the 80s, yeah. I remember when Kareem had the Venom comic books, and I remember seeing. I just thought that Venom was just so cool. I remember like reading those comic books. I thought he was just super cool. You
got Riddler and Penguin, and of course Joker being at the top of the list. Won't spoil about. Well, I won't spoil about Joker, but yeah.
Mr. Freeze.
It's not really a spoil. Like I guess I can. Yeah, they that's why you say stay to the end to the movie is like it was a little Joker tease like at the
end. Yeah, you're supposed to watch. I mean, like Marvel kind of popularized that now. It's like you be like, okay, this is the first credit. Okay, this is the second credit. Okay, because like you have to watch for like the 2 end credits now. Everybody knows that.
But that's my take. Yeah, recommend. Great action, just long as fuck. So if you don't
pee beforehand.
Don't pee before and don't get too many refreshments. Yeah. Right. There you go.
For our people, don't sneak too many refreshments.
You're a real ninja, don't sneak them in.
Don't sneak too many. Because I mean, some of them carry big purses, and I get it. Popcorn is like $20 at the show, so I mean, I get it. I understand. That's why you think it's so many Dollar Trees next to the movie theater. That's a concession stand right there. That's all I'm saying. Yep. Every movie theater, there's always a Dollar Tree within a mile. Just saying.
Definitely something to that kid. See if you get right now talking about the other big story that happened. Juicy's going to jail tonight. Juicy's going to jail, as Mr. West would say.
Let me say, I am not suicidal.
I am not suicidal.
What?
I am not suicidal.
I respect your decision. I respect it. He became I mean, I didn't see the whole thing live. I watched it after. I watched the judge's reaction when the judge basically chastised him for like 10 minutes straight. I watched that video because the judge went in. He sounded like
what the judge was going in.
The judge sounded like somebody's parent, and like the way that he went in, he didn't say anything false. Like he was like, "You're the butt of everyone's joke." Comedians, late night hosts. He said you had a promising career, and now you're the butt of everyone's jokes.
Making fun of you.
I want somebody to like to Photoshop the video or whatever. Where he said comedians, and then it's probably Dave Chappelle of like, Dave Chappelle like GIF like pop up like that.
Chappelle's the whole one that made up the Juicy Smollett,
the French actor.
That's his bit. That's his bit. Reason why we call him Juicy is because of Dave Chappelle.
And then when he was like, what else did he say? He was like, yes, and he was like, late night host, and he was like, you had a promising career, and he was like, your name has become synonymous with lie. Whenever someone said they telling a lie, it becomes synonymous with lying.
He told a Jussie.
Because you do what he said, your name has become synonymous with lying. He sounded like somebody's parent going in, because that's how you would sound like if you were talking to your kids. Like, no, like you're not going to be like, don't pull a Jussie. Like,
I do got to give Juicy credit for like he's going to take it to the grave.
He's
like
sticking to that lie.
That he was attacked by racists and homophobes. Like he's going to ride that shit out to the end. It's like
I was done when he said when Jussie, honestly, when he called himself the gay Tupac. I was just outdone when he called him like. What comparison could you make to be into Tupac? How do you correlate with like what Tupac was doing?
You said it was like attacked by racists and homophobes, and like it was neither. They were two black Nigerians, so they weren't
two Nigerians.
Race. Then one of them was allegedly your lover, so like it couldn't have been no homophobia.
Right.
You were having sex with one of the guys. It's like so it's like.
And then the whole thing just got messy. Like we said from the beginning, like. Okay, you went out to get Subway sandwiches at 2:00 in the morning during the polar vortex. The actual temperature was 30 below zero.
It's like, remember, this
it was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So at 2:00 in the morning, when the actual temperature was 30 below zero, the actual temperature,
I think like -20 real temp, -50 wind chill, something like that.
It was like -30 actual temperature, like -50 wind chill. So you outside in -50 degree weather. For all practical purposes, you're out there at -50 degree. You just have a craving for a Subway. Eat fresh. You want to eat fresh at 2:00 in the morning.
Chicago, mind away, like two guys in MAGA hats. In Chicago and shit, they're gonna attack you.
In Chicago.
Hey, gay nigger is like, yeah, like they watch Empire, like they know who you are. Like MAGA, I just don't know who you are. Like, yeah, you're that gay nigger from Empire. It's like, yeah. Come on. They
put the news. Yeah, to the police, like, you can take that noose off your neck. Like
the cop told us, like, yeah, you can take that off, right? The
reason, look.
Theater. That was for theater. He's an actor. It's like you want, like, if you really get attacked by, the first thing you're gonna do is get that thing off your neck. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit there with a rope around my neck. When they come back, you
gotta give it to Jesse's family, because like his brother was like, and we stand. His brother was going in. His grandmama went in.
Yeah, they Journey didn't have shit to say.
Journey didn't say nothing. Journey was there.
Journey's like, you're not fucking my career up.
Journey was there for support because that's her brother, but Journey didn't say not 2 words.
He didn't have a brother like that. If he did something dumb, like I wouldn't say nothing either. Like,
I would be there for support, but I would just be standing back like.
Y'all know which brother I'm talking about too, guys. know who the Jussie of our family is.
I would just be standing there like.
And it's not me and shit.
Shut up. I would just be sitting there with my mask on, just quiet. Like Journey sat there quiet with her mask on. But I mean, his grandmother went in, his other brother went in. I'm like, they really support. They really like they had the smoking gun. They had these Nigerians, what was it, like in Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever, and you could see them buying the materials beforehand.
Yeah,
you can see them buying, like, but the thing that we always say, with cameras being everywhere, you're not getting away with shit nowadays.
And that's what Juicy
Run
did.
the camera back.
Like, Juicy thought like the camera was gonna save him, just like the fucking asshole with the Ahmaud Arbery to the bowl cut, as you call him.
Bowl cut.
Bowl cut. Guy and shit is like he thought the camera, but it turns out because Juicy made it a point. He said, "Okay, there's a security camera right there." He knew the camera was there. That's why the attack happened right there. So you can say, yeah, see, yeah. So you knew that the camera was there. Look. The camera is like exposed. Yeah, he saw that it's okay. Y'all attack me right here because there's a camera to pick it all up. So yeah, and to verify my story, the camera's there. And said, yeah. He made sure to like make the see the light post camera. Is like, yeah, there's the camera. This is where y'all can attack me at.
And so Jussie got 150 days.
Yeah, we didn't even give it. We've been making fun of him for the last 10 minutes.
He got 150 days, which is 5 months. Some people felt it was unfair because I saw people posted, well, the Capitol, and they spelled, okay, people who kept on saying Capitol kept on spelling Capitol wrong. The people who rioted the Capitol, I'm like, that's not how you spell Capitol, but go off. What happened to them?
The Capitol riot happened in Cook County, right? It's all the same. Like every jurisdiction.
Right, I'm like,
that's not even happened.
That part.
Different part of the country.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's my thing about, like, please, let's stop doing this thing. Let's stop it. Yes, is it injustices in the justice system? Is it racism? Absolutely, it is stuff, but everything is not a racial thing. Everything is not. Like, let's stop. Like I said, when you keep on pointing out saying racism, it gets hard to actually pinpoint when something actually racial does happen. So then if you like say it all the time, say it's racist, and now it finally is now.
When some real shit happens, yeah.
Right, now it's like, yeah, real shit actually happened. Now what?
The boy crying wolf.
Exactly. Now you cried it so many times that no one believes you.
If some real racist shit happens, like I say some shit, some motherfuckers really do attack Jussie or some racial or some homophobic shit, nobody's gonna believe it.
No one's gonna believe you.
After this, who's gonna believe Jussie's ass?
Exactly. Like, he didn't even have to do that. Like, my thing is,
he could have just apologized when the truth started coming out.
He would have just apologized.
Just had a press conference, said like, yeah, I fucked up. Like, I was trying to get some more attention for myself, trying to like advance my career. My bad. It's like, yeah, he would have just got probably like no jail time, probation, and that's it. Yeah, he would have paid a fine and that's it.
And may have had to do some community service.
He would have got no jail time. None of this would have happened if he had just apologized.
But the fact that he just stood by it and then he had to pay a fine too, because it's like you wasted taxpayers' dollars.
Yeah.
Like, that's like looking for these people that don't even, looking for MAGA racists that don't even exist.
And you had to go through this whole trial and everything too. Like, that cost money. Taxpayers' dollars. You sat through a whole trial, like, still swearing.
Wasting our dollars. You're a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer of Cook County. Wasting taxpayers' dollars.
That's why I don't feel bad for Juicy. He
wasting taxpayers' dollars. Yes. So it's like, you did all that, and then now he became unhinged and the whole thing. But like I said, I think his sentencing was fair. My thing is, I think that what they should have tacked in is, like, I'm a big advocate of the community service. So, like, if you did, like, since you said that you were attacked by racist, homophobic people, now you should go in a shelter and actually, like, they have these shelters that like homeless gay teens have to go to for protection. So now you have to serve in there and help people who actually are, hurt by like the stuff like that. You should go in and have to serve people like this. That's just what I think. Since you want to pretend you got attacked, but people
really got attacked. Yeah.
That actually did get attacked, because it is like, I forgot what the safe haven was for. It is one up here in Chicago for like that specifically catered to like teens who are the LGBTQ plus community, who parents may have kicked them out. They may have had like, whatever. And so they help these teens so they're not going to be homeless. So, I mean, you should be in a shelter like that helping out.
And with him being a performer, you can go down there, like do a show for him. It's like, they say, do a free concert for him. It's like, to go down to the center, do a free concert. That'll count as part of your community service.
It should be something like that. I feel like that's the thing that, because like whenever you lie or something like that, I think that you should have to give back to the community. Because like, I mean, it's one thing that's paying money, like, I mean, paying fine, but
him being
actually getting your hands in something, like, you know,
yeah, we
actually
gotta
getting
go
your
down
hands
to
in
that
your
center
field.
for the teens and then like do a free show for them.
Mhm.
Like that's part of your community service. Yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, anything, like I said, he was just dumb. Like he got the sense he was dumb.
Most people been roasting him, but like I say, I have some people that are like Jussie apologists and all of that shit.
Yeah, he was dumb. It didn't even have to come to that. All they wanted was an apology.
Fuck that guy. I don't feel
Admit that you lied. Admit you lied.
All you had to do was just say, "Hey, I fucked up."
My bad.
That's what happened. It would have been over.
2 words. My bad. Yeah. My bad fixes so many things. Yeah, my bad.
We're gonna drop your charges, just pay a fine, yeah, and do the free show for the kids, and we done. Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
We're gonna do it. So, yeah. Pay your fine, do the show, and then that's it. Yeah, we're considered get paid and shit after that. Yeah.
I don't think that he'll ever have another acting gig.
I wouldn't hire him.
Well, I take that back. He might be like on a Surreal Life House or like Naked and Afraid. Like he could be on
the new Surreal Life. Yes.
Or they show Naked and Afraid. I'm a celebrity. Get me out. Those shows like that. Yeah. He could be on Surreal Life House, something like that. But
or Real Husbands of Hollywood with Kevin Hart. Put him on there.
And just be a mockery of yourself. Just play like a mockery of yourself. That's what they do anyway.
They make fun of themselves.
Yeah. So I think that he should just join. I think honestly, after he gets out of jail, he should reach out to Kevin Hart because no one's going to hire him seriously anyway. Kevin Hart is like a big advocate making fun of himself because after he got caught in his scandal, he made fun of himself.
Well, no, the sex tape or that
the sex tape.
No, it really wasn't any sex. Yeah. It was just he was just walking around naked. It really wasn't a sex tape, but like that came out as like he had
made fun of himself. Yeah. Nick Cannon is taking stride that like I'm repopulating the earth, so Nick Cannon's making fun of himself now. So it's like
speaking of that's another house, Real Husband of Hollywood. That's what Nick Cannon was on that show, wasn't he? Yeah, I believe he was. Yeah.
Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
Dwayne Martin.
Yeah, let's talk about Nick Cannon. Grand opening, grand closing. The definition of that. Nick Cannon, whose talk show started not even 6 months ago. That was this past fall when it just started.
Damn.
It's officially been canceled now.
Damn.
So
you just saw that, yeah. Because I was like, already.
I'm not surprised. Like, how many episodes have you watched of that show? I haven't watched a single episode. I've seen clips on it, but I've never watched an episode.
I've seen clips, yeah.
I couldn't tell you what network it came on, what time. Like, I don't know any of that shit. Yeah, so
I don't know anything. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so it wasn't like I'm sure it was because of low ratings. Like, and I hear word has it that Jennifer Hudson is taking over that spot. So I didn't know.
I heard that she's getting a new show, Jennifer Hudson.
That was even in the talk show market, but like that's the word is that Jennifer Hudson is.
Okay, so that would make sense then, because I heard that Jennifer Hudson was they were preparing her to get her own show. Like I said, I didn't know anything about like what time, what network, or anything like that, but I did hear that Jennifer Hudson is in the works.
Yeah, that Nick Cannon, J Hud's in. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, so
hey, Jennifer can sing her own thing. Hey,
J Hud can sing her own thing. So
she can sing her own thing. So.
But I don't think it had anything to do with what Nick Cannon said with Professor Griff last year. I think all of that
over. He would not even got a show. Period. That was like that was
the Griff thing happened before the show even was pitched.
Exactly. He would not even got a show.
Let's give him a show and then cancel
it. What?
Just to hurt that nigger's feelings.
What type of after school special is this? Like on the after school special, let's invite the nerd to this party, and there when he shows up, we all laugh.
Party of hazing, yeah, loser week and shit. Yeah, you really thought
let's invite a nerd to the party and say, "We don't like you, nerd."
You weren't really invited. Only if you're here, so we could make fun of you.
Nerd,
loser.
You just me or the people like if you have the people who actually making fun of the nerds are really the lames. Is that's just me or because that's what I always thought. Like watch, I'm like they're the ones who are lame. You seek it out.
Like the tarantulas were like the lamest group ever. They weren't cool. There's nothing cool about that group and shit.
or going back with the cool kids that loved No Constant Thing. They were lame as fuck.
Losers sit to the left.
They were lame as fuck. Those dudes were lame. And then Marcus like
asshole section on the right, then or whatever the fuck the line.
And then Marcus being the field person. And like the basketball man, he's thinking too much. He's like, why are they still playing basketball at the end of the school year?
All the time, no, like they put sports in offs. They just don't pay attention. That's a lack of detail. That's what that shit is. It's like Fast Times had football like after the Christmas holiday.
Like, what is going on?
Like remember when Forrest Whitaker's car got trashed and shit? You remember that? That was after the Christmas.
That was after Christmas, yeah.
Like, why was it still football? Like,
why was it still football?
It's like football.
Now I can't.
Because around on New Year's they have the bowl games and all of that. So like football,
right.
but like by after the holidays and shit.
Because I started laughing when he said, "Why are they still playing for basketball right now at the end of the school year?"
They do that and shit all the time. Yeah, they have summer league like the NBA has a summer league. I guess. Guess that's what they were going for.
I guess I don't know because they already did senior dish day. The senior dish day is always right after prom. Like you always do senior dish day after prom. So it's like prom is in the school year.
NBA summer league. They had summer league basketball.
But I don't think it was, but like I don't think it was a racial thing. Like you said, I think it was like lower ratings. And then Nick is a person who has
he admitted it was like
Nick has his hands in a lot. Well, no pun intended. Nick has his hands in a lot of projects already. I'm not trying to throw shade at his personal life, but he is a very active person in his business because like does he have a radio show? He has a podcast. He has
doing other shows
Wild
like
Out,
Masked Singer and shit like that. Yeah.
Masked Singer. Yeah, he has a lot of different. Like he basically is getting his secrets on. He basically is trying to do the
Steve Harvey on. It's like
yeah. Which I mean, I get multiple streams of income builds you wealth. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. So
and like if you got a shot to like do your own talk show, why not take it? Like me, I'm not interested in doing a talk show, but if I get pitched to do one, I would do it. Well, if it got canceled the next day, I'm like, I did this shit. It's like
I did. You can check it.
Change Oz Radio to Oz. Change that to Oz TV, right?
Here you go. Here you go. Check it off your bucket list. I did. Check off your bucket list.
I did one, yeah.
The people are always critical. Like let's be real. For every Oprah show, it's about 50 shows that aren't Oprah.
And like, and you can
y'all
can play the race card all you want, but like, let's go back down memory lane right now. Do you remember the Pat Sajak show? Of course you don't. You know him from this dude had
I vaguely remember because the only reason why I know is because you mentioned
early 90s or something. He had a talk show and shit. Nobody
watched. The only reason I remember is because you told me about it and then I forgot about it. I was like, what? That's the reason why I know because like you told me about it.
You know the Chevy Chase show. Come on.
I remember that vaguely.
Like, yeah, these are shows that all suck. Like, yeah, then white people hosted it. Like, it's not just a race thing. It's like, like some shows just don't catch on. Like Oprah did. It's like a lot of them don't. It's like, yeah, okay. Now let's make fun like some of the other ones. Like, yeah, Tibbs Bledsoe had a fucking show for what nobody remembers and shit.
He was like a low rent Ricky Lake. That's what she was trying to do. She was trying to do Ricky Lake, and it just wasn't. It just didn't.
On the next Tempest, like she's Vanessa Huxtable.
Nobody
coming to see you. Nobody coming to see you, Vanessa. Unless if she had the Wretched perform, then I would watch.
Ratchet.
I would have started a We Want Wretched chant if I was like, We Want Wretched. Tearing down the house. We tearing down the house. I would have started, I'd have got kicked out of the audience.
Taking all the rules are for fools. That sounds kind of awful, like you said.
Yeah, I'd have definitely heckled that, bro. If I was in that audience. I would have got kicked.
Yeah, but everybody isn't going to be, like I said, like an Oprah. So, like, for every Oprah, it's going to be 50 ones that just don't catch on. Mm-hmm. At least 50 shows that. But my thing is, if you did have a show and it got canceled in less than a year, you did something you had a show.
How many people have pitch shows that never got picked up? It's like, I'm sure it does. Like probably all kinds of actors, comedians, like, deep radio people like have probably pitched shows
like the best the phrase like the old saying goes rather be a has-been than never was.
Facts, yeah.
And that's real talk.
I'm glad that he got his shot, to do a show.
You a has-been, yeah, but I was like I did it from 1985 to 1989.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if you played ball, yeah, like I played professional. Yeah. Like, what did you do? You never made it past Jesse Owens Park. It's like
exactly.
Like that.
So I mean, so check yourself with that.
Which is why Kwame is going after his haters now. Like, dude, I was the number one pick. Like, you called me
in 2001.
Like, yeah, I was the number one pick in the draft. Like, y'all niggas never even play. Y'all never even played at all. It's like, yeah. I was
and then he made a career.
Yeah, he played like 10 years and made
over 10 years
over like $60 million. He's like, yeah,
he made his money.
That's a bust. I'm good. It's like, yeah,
he's and like, it sounded like he was smart with his money because, like, let's be real, like, even though $60 million, that is life-changing money. That's a lot of money. Even after paying your agents, paying your taxes, even after taking all of the
still got over 40 of it left.
The deductions out.
Yeah.
You still got at least 35 to 40 at least if you were smart with your money. Now, if you were out there buying houses you couldn't afford, buying cars you couldn't afford, having children with all these different women, if you were out there, if you had a drug habit, gambling addiction, if you had like some sort of vice,
taking like exotic trips with you and all your people and shit like
all your people,
everybody you know go to Dubai.
Me and my 50 closest. That don't even sound right. How 50 closest? 50 closest friends? Because that's what happens when you get rich. A la MC Hammer. He had his entourage like 200
people that go broke. That's what it is these hangers on.
You got this entourage.
It's hard to like it's hard to spend like 60 million by yourself. If you have a small circle, you tend to like not go broke. It's like it's all these hangers on. Like, because if you're the only one bringing money, they ain't got shit. So like you're paying for everything. That's how it happens. Yeah. It's like, and Kwame, he seems like he don't really have a lot of friends. He be by himself most of the time. And he's a little country boy from Georgia. So yeah. So I think he's in Georgia now. Yeah.
Kwame is a loner daddy, a rebel. He's a rebel.
The rebel that likes mama's cooking.
I'm a loner daddy, a rebel. That's what he is.
Now he done found a whole second career as a YouTuber. So he's still making money even doing that.
He's still making money, so there you go.
Career.
So while you're talking about him, like, and then like I said, if you're super smart, like I said, if you took that money and then let's say that you were an early investor in Uber or something like that, then you super paid. Well, you bought some Bitcoin early.
Yeah. I think Gary Vee was investing in like Twitter like way early on. Like
or like I said, Bitcoin, whatever, if you bought into stuff early. Because let's be real, it takes money to make money. So like a lot of us can't get it on the ground floor because we don't have like 50
money. Yeah.
If we don't have $50,000, you need minimum.
I was going to say 10. You scared that you don't want to invest 10,000 because like who wants to risk $10,000? Like but that 10,000 could become 10 million if you make the right investment.
Well, if you're a person, you already have it. I got 50,000 that I can invest without being like, okay, if I lost $50,000, it's not a big deal. If you have that type of money where you could do that and you invest in now your 50,000 is 10 million. That's how that happens.
Yeah.
So
speaking of money and investments and making bank transactions.
Guys.
Let's talk about Mr. Ryan Coogler. This brother right here. Y'all know, like, Wakanda Forever. He directed
Wakanda Forever. I just loved his story because it's like he's for the culture. I said he's in Atlanta. He lives in Atlanta, and then he's for the culture. He did a black ass movie, not even being funny. Black Panther was it was for us. Like we got to see us as kings and queens.
Sure, it was Marvel, but that movie was very black.
It was black. And the fact that we were seen in such a positive light.
Filmed at Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta.
Black was very black. If I was to do the Bullwinkle thing, Black Panther or Black is Beautiful, that would have been my alternate. Because like it just showed that we as people, we're just so freaking dope. We're so freaking beautiful. And that movie was just so beautifully shot and just for the culture. And then when I saw that, he was detained by police because they thought he was a bank robber. Wait, what? Like when I saw it come up my news feed, I was like, wait, what? What the heck?
Then of course, the next thing, because I guess you see a black man, they hate to see a black man and all this money and all. That's why they
But
did.
like we say, but we always say context is key. I said before I jump in and just say that
Me, I was like, it's
him.
that's too it's too juicy to be just that straight up. It's like,
right.
Well, let's look at the picture right now.
And the fact that it didn't come out until after the fact, it didn't come out till after the fact. But this happened in January.
Yes.
This story didn't come out till last week.
Shown in January, and a Bank of America in Atlanta passing a note to the teller asked for $12,000 in cash. She was arrested after she called police. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is the picture. Yeah. And I know it's COVID, and like most people are wearing masks.
Yeah, most people are wearing masks, but
in the context, yeah, if you were in a bank, a guy like with shades and the mask, like you just hand you the note like that. Oh, and the teller was black, by the way, too. Yeah. So
and does he have on like a hat? He has on a hat too.
Yeah.
Probably because like Ryan Coogler does have like love his natural hair. He wears his hair natural, so his hair is like all in his glory. His crown is in his glory. So like even if you are a person like even with COVID, like if you see certain people with masks on, like if you see Kim Kardashian with a mask, you know it's Kim Kardashian. Like some people just, like even without.
Kanye had the full face mask and everybody still knows him. Check out Kanye at the Laker game, like full face mask, like covered everything, but people still knew it was Kanye. Just
because Kanye.
Kanye. like that. Yeah.
Like some people you still know, like they're like, you can see, like, I mean, I've had people say to me, like when they saw me in my mask, they're like, Naima, and I'm like. They're like, I know your eyes. Like, I always like your eyes. Like, I know your eyes. So it's like you can recognize someone from their eyes if you know them. But it's like, he had on his sunglasses, he had on the mask, he had on the hat. And I get him trying to be discreet because, for one, he is a celebrity. Like I said, he's not uber famous because he's a director, so he's behind the scenes.
Somebody in that bank might know him. So that's
people still know him.
Especially you're in that bank, he's like
in your hometown, Atlanta.
You making a big withdrawal like that is like I don't want to get robbed. So like I want to
right. You're in your town, so it's like people may look and oh shit, it's what kind of people what kind of forever people may
you're just trying to go about your business, trying to get some cash.
Exactly. So I get wanting to be discreet, but
a guy of his stature and especially like his net worth is like. Should have set up a private meeting with the manager somewhere to get his cash.
And that's my thing. Like, I wonder this.
He probably could have called in advance, like, "Hey, I'm Ryan Coogler, yeah, Black Panther. I'm coming to the bank, get some cash."
I'm coming in. Can I come in about
private and shit? Yeah.
Can I come in about 1:30? I would like to make a substantial withdrawal.
So can we meet private? Yeah, because I don't want to do it out in front of people. Yes.
Because my thing is, I didn't even know. Like, I mean, let me. Like I said, I don't know if I'm being ignorant or not. Like I said, I've never been a teller. I've never worked in a bank. However,
work with large.
I work with large amounts of money because I worked at a grocery store and I had to count the money. So I did work with large sums of money. So I do have that experience about counting and doing deposits and doing that.
If you saw somebody like dressed or like looking like that, you wouldn't be alarmed. So yeah.
Like I mean, I do have that experience and like.
You wouldn't be like, oh, it's a black man. Yeah, like I'm good. Yeah, you just go on about your business. Yeah.
And like I've had where like we watch, like I said, we've all watched the video. Like whenever you work a job like that, where you're counting large sums of money, you have to watch the video of like hopefully this won't happen to you. What to do in case you're getting robbed. We've all had to watch that. I had to watch that video and train.
What's the procedure when somebody
I had to watch that video, and per our security team. Nothing in this room is worth your life. Give them whatever the fuck they ask for, basically, is what they told us. Like, do not, like, we are not, no. Like, don't be no hero. Do not be a hero. Don't try to, like, especially if they're armed, like, you try to take no. Your life is a lot more valuable than this, basically, is what they told us. So, it's
quote Frankie from Set It Off. What's the procedure when somebody dressed like this hands you a note?
The black lady followed. She wasn't Frankie, like we said. She did the procedure.
Oh yeah, no, Frankie definitely Myers had Set It Off. Looking back, yeah.
Yeah, Frankie should have been fired
because she knew the fucking right.
No, but but my thing is like, as a person, like I said, like, I'm not a teller. I've never been a teller, but I have handled large sums of money. But it seems like $12,000 would have been too much for a teller to do. Like I said, I don't know bank procedures. Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe a banker can help me out.
And I've never withdrawn that much cash. Obviously,
it seems like it
It
seems
seems
like the
like you would
limit
have to
gauge.
get that, approved. Like
You have to
somebody
get
would have
that approved. It seems like a teller wouldn't have that authority to do it. It seems like maybe up to 5 figures, so maybe like $9,900 is like, and then when you get over that 5-figure mark, now it's like, okay, you gotta talk to a manager, basically. Just for everybody's safety, not just like, not they just saying like, whether you're a CD, but just for your safety alone, because I
a lot of
mean,
cash like for one transaction.
I don't even like taking $200 out the bank and walking. I don't like me personally. I don't like carrying cash.
Now say I don't carry large amounts of cash.
I don't carry cash. I don't carry
rob
cash.
the Oz man. He ain't got nothing.
I don't carry cash. I don't.
My $20 is the most I'm gonna have, right?
Exactly. Like you get this dub. You get this dub, right? $40. That's what you $40.
40. That's about it.
Yeah, it's 40. But I mean, I just wouldn't feel comfortable taking that amount out. So I mean, the fact that I think what happened was just looking at it, that's like observing people, like, but he showed his ID and he put his pen in. It's like, but yeah, even still from the standpoint, it's like, it seems like he was pleased with,
and
like,
the teller could have been new, like we don't know. Like
yeah, she could have been new, and but it seemed like from his standpoint that, he's like, okay, mistakes were made. I'm satisfied with the apology I got, and he just wanted to move on.
They did call the cops and they detained him. Of course, when the cops detain, they put him in cuffs. It's like, which is like,
yeah, whenever you get detained, you get put in cuffs. Yeah,
detained, you're gonna be put in handcuffs. It's like, and once they check things out, yeah, they let him go. Yeah,
he was detained for what, like 10 minutes, maybe
something.
5-10 minutes, something like that. It was like a long period of time.
They verified what was going on. Yeah, they let the.
And he seemed like he was satisfied. That's why. Like, how did the story even get out? Like, because, like, I mean, it happened in January, and the fact that he said nothing, like radio side, he didn't say, let me tell you what Bank of America did. Bank of America on bullshit with the black man. He didn't go on his Instagram live after it happened. He didn't go on his, what I mean? He didn't do anything.
It was funny. I knew the story was bullshit from the beginning because I said, so in Atlanta, they've never seen black people like in a bank in Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Really sitting around in Atlanta in 2022 is like, yeah, they call it, it's a nigger in the bank trying to make a transaction.
Black man taking out money at the bank.
Let's get
him. I don't think it's his. What?
But if you was white, they're gonna put a little extra. Yeah, 12,000. Here's 15, Mr. White Man. Yeah, that's how the world really works and shit. Like, well, to hoteps, you might think that, but like, but to regular people, like, it don't work like that. Yeah.
That's just what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think that that's the case. I was like, I just don't think that.
White, yeah, they put a little extra in your bag for you. That's how it's gonna be.
It was just like I said. I think that he was like, yeah, mistakes were made and they apologized. It was nothing malicious, and I just want to move past it. But then somebody got wind of it, and somebody leaked the story or whatever, and they're like, no, we gotta get your justice. And what? It just seems like a lot going on. It does. It just seems like a lot. But like I said, I'm not a banker. I'm not a person like that. So I mean, I don't know what the procedure is in the event. But I did see other images of people who have robbed banks who've come in with the note and have passed that. Like, I mean, I've seen that happen.
I'm just saying.
And another thing I feel like, you don't know, like, it could have been somebody in the area that could have just done it, and they'd be on high alert right now. Because at one point I said
a lot of robberies like recently. Yeah.
At one point at the store I was working at, it was like a robbery that happened at like another one of our stores, not in our area that we were in, but it was another one of our stores that was like not too far, like in like the next city over or whatever. And they basically was telling us to like basically be on alert, because they was like, yeah, they're starting to hit these stores and be on alert. Like, basically, they told us. So yeah. So I mean, I don't know. That could have had another factor with it, but
I'm just saying, it's never what people say it is. There's always more to these stories like this, and like that's why I say,
the fact that he's
proceed with caution when you see these stories, because
the fact that he's like, I'm just like, mistakes were made. The fact that he's like, he's not super tripping about the fact that people are trying to make it more than what it, like, no, we got to get you justice. People are trying to fight for him. And it's like, but he's It's like, I'm good. I don't need no one to fight for me.
Didn't arrest him. Yeah, he got
Right.
his money and he went on about his business.
He wasn't
Right.
beaten, or like no bruises were on him. Like he wasn't beat up. He wasn't, slammed down the. I mean, he wasn't no police brutality.
What are we doing?
Yeah, it's like
y'all want to be oppressed so bad. That's all that is.
like it wasn't nothing like that.
Y'all are salivating over Jim Crow to come back. Y'all Negroes.
I'm not.
I'm not like these clown ass Negroes. That's what. Your head up your ass and everything. But where we going next? Rest in peace to Miss Tracy Braxton. I know you saw that.
No, I saw that.
50 years old. Like I believe she was battling cancer.
Yeah, she had cancer.
Yeah, so
cancer of the esophagus, it said, yeah.
50, like mad young, okay.
When I saw that, I was like, Tracy Braxton has passed away. I was like, oh.
Whoa. That caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that.
So praying for the Braxton family. It's like you could tell they were extremely close. Like they were extremely close knit family.
And he showed a Braxton family values. They had a whole
yeah.
everything. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
you got? I got some breaking news. Your former president, Barack Obama, said he's tested positive for COVID.
Positive COVID.
So
he said Michelle tested negative though. So
yeah, hopefully it's a mild case because, like I said, I had COVID almost a year ago at this time. Yeah.
He said that he has been vaccinated and boosted. I think that's what he said. So. So I mean, if that's the case, then hopefully his won't be
recovery for the former prez. Yeah.
So just quarantine, stay in and watch the Bulls because we got Caruso back, so and we should be getting Pat Will and Lonzo back soon.
Basketball.
So just stay in and watch the Bulls and just kind of quarantine watching the Bulls. That's what I say.
Get well soon, Zach LaVine too. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, what's going on with Zach?
We need that, brother, especially you're gonna make a deep run. It's like you gotta have Zach.
Yeah.
There's a contract year, so he's Zach is up. Zach is up for the max, super max. Yeah, Zach is.
Yeah, he is
looking to get his paper. So there it is. I'm ready to wrap up if you are.
Congrats to Popovich for breaking the regular season.
Yeah. Greg Popovich, the all-time winningest coach in NBA history. He passed Mr. Don Nelson, who sent out his congratulatory video. I don't know if you saw. He's like, yeah, congrats to my good friend Popovich. Yeah, like I'm happy you broke my record. Yeah, he actually posted his.
Popovich was that he's that dude. Like Popovich has made so many great careers. Like he's
Tim Duncan.
He's that dude. Manu, Tony Parker, whatchamacallit, DeRozan's like Popovich, like for what he did for him when he was there, so Popovich is that
admiral, like back in the day.
That father figure who comes in and
Nazif, he won a title under Popovich, my homie.
Yeah, he did.
Nazif Muhammad played for him. Yeah, he won his championship with the Spurs.
Under Pops, yeah. So congratulations to Pops.
On that note, let's wrap up. Not another damn podcast episode. Yeah. Getting the hell up out of here. I don't feel like talking about Kanye and DL. It was like, I don't feel like talking about that right now. Outside of the genius on Netflix, I don't really feel like talking about a lot of Kanye right now. But definitely appreciate your support. Not another damn. For those that wonder why we didn't touch that, I didn't feel like talking about this. Why? You want to support us further? Hey, yeah, you know what to do. Give us a like. All of that. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. I'm talking about Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
And your Amazon Alexa devices. And you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how to get in contact with me. Hey.
You can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page, Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Shout out to schizophrenic ass weather. We having snow advisories and then in the teens over the weekend, and then we got 60s coming up. Hey, it is what it is. March weather. Let's go.
March.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
Gone.